कंप्लीट करेंगे। एंड इस सेशन में मोस्टली हम लोग फोकस करते हैं अपने इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन पर। सो फिलहाल अभी हम लोग कुछ इंटरव्यू की प्रिपरेशन करेंगे, देन फिर हम लोग करेंगे अपना जो भी होगा। सो अभी फिलहाल अपना हम खोलते हैं चैट जीपीटी, बिकॉज मैं प्रिपरेशन मिस करता हूँ। सो जस्ट गाइस अभी मैं ओपन करता हूँ, देन यू कैन लुक एट द, जस्ट थोड़ा सा सेकंड ऐसे करना है, ओके जस्ट वेट। हाय ब्रो हर्ष, क्या हो रहा ब्रो? इसमें अलग है। So just restart. Before preparing for your fundamental, you to master of fundamentals before you start the solve complex problem. You need to make sure you have the good solid understand of the content and the basic the reading HTML, CSS and JavaScript, as well as how they work together and create a responsive interacting web page. And remember that you have the content roadmap available. If you feel you still need to learn more about any of these, I'm about to ah सही में। सही। अरे बस हो गया यार, मैं तो
going to create myself.
हाँ यार, तुम तो अब सुन जा रहे हो यार, सही है। मैं सोच रहा हूँ मैं शायद आज 12 बजे समथिंग, तो 12 अप्रॉक्स 4-5 घंटे में सो लिया। एंड अब मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया फिलहाल। हाँ, आज से इम्प्लीमेंट करो भाई, आज से तुम एकदम तगड़ा। Basic preparations and the principal practical coding, like you can improve your content coding skills for the mini project while solving the problems on platform like lead code and hacker, and focus on the challenge that from the content. You must content of libraries. Okay, test your with flashcard. Okay, so you can either use this flashcard or jump to the question 11 section, and बोथ लाइक मैं सोच रहा हूँ यार, लाइव लाइव से क्या होता है कि यार थोड़ा इंटरेक्शन होता है ना, इसलिए मैं लाइव स्टार्ट कर दी है। बट अभी कर दूंगा, देन फिर मैं बंद कर दूंगा ये मान लो कि 1 घंटे बाद, बिकॉज अभी जाना है वॉक वॉक पर। आफ्टर वॉक फिर हम लोग करेंगे जो भी होगा, DSA DP करेंगे उसको हम लोग। अभी मैं लाइक ये कर लूँ, और यहाँ पर जस्ट मैं दिखाऊँ तो अपने यहाँ पर कुछ नोट रखे हैं एज ए इंटरव्यू भी, इनको प्रेप करूँगा। ये प्रिपरेशन करनी पूरी है, रिवाइज करूँगा। मैंने कुछ क्वेश्चंस लिख लिए हैं जो कि काफ़ी सॉलिड है, इनको प्रेप करूँगा। So question list if you are better with beginners. Okay. What is the difference between ID and class nesting? ID, an ID is a unique identifier for a single HTML element. Mm-hmm. An ID is a unique identifier for the single HTML element. A class is a reusable identifier that can be applied to multiple elements like here the classes. Hmm. Because an ID in my section class. You don't want to use the ID when you need to address single elements, either processes and JavaScript, and you will want to class when you need when you need to address a group of DOM elements to ID. Select a specific element with the ID class. Select all elements with the classes. So can you explain the box model? The box, the CSS box model describe the rectangular box, rectangular boxes and granted. Oh, okay, bro. जाओ और सोया कि यार तुम बहुत पढ़ते हो यार. एक्चुअल तुम्हारे एग्जाम है. अरे यार हेल्प सी उज्जवल नेपाल. And content in yes, in the most part where the text and image appears, adding space between the content and borders the others edges of the project surrounding the element and marking the space outside the borders is clearly. What is the difference between inline block and block element? No, this is the difference between inline block and block. The others do that the unpainted inline element that doesn't have width or height. Instead, they don't start on new lines and take up only the width that's required based or below the content. Example span and anchor tag. Inline tag is just like inline element here, DOM element don't start on a new line. However, they don't do allow you start so that the height and the width. For example, like image में block में जाता है element start on the new line. Taking of the fully width available by the default here the width is the height can be set by the example. What is the SU? Good morning, my good morning. Hmm. What are some issue-based practice when structuring an HTML? Use semantic HTML. Use tags like header, nav, main, article, section, and footers. Provide data meaningful structure, proper headings, hierarchy. Use the heading S1 correctly, making the H1 used to one page. The page for the main title followed by the S2, S3, and meta tags like including the relevant meta tags, data descriptions, keywords, and the reports, and provide the meta data about the website and I'll attribute on image on image. Use the attribute for the image to describe the content, improving the accessibility and search engines understand. Internal linking are the make sure that internal linking is connect content within your website, helping search retention, grow and understand the site structures. What is the document object model DOM data? Document object model DOM is an API for web documents. Oh, it's the represent the structures of HTML web page as a tree of nodes where the each node corresponded to the part of document is that element and the attribute or text. And how do you add an element and listeners to the element to add the element listener on the element we have to first get then element to the one of the many methods of the document object is that get element by id then they use to add event listener method of the object and the method will be receive the event name clean here malicious or something and then the null and undefined. So JavaScript undefined is the default value. Okay, value, new variable text, and it is the means the variable has been defined, but it is the hasn't been assigned any value just yet. And null, it's the actually value that signed and single no value or no object. It's basically assigned by पढ़ाई चल रही है. हाँ भाई ये पढ़ाई चल रही है शिवांगी. क्या शिवांगी के अभी जस्ट जस्ट एक बार ज्वाइन करती हूँ. यस यस पढ़ाई चल रही है यार. कहाँ से हो ब्रो? बच्चे फुल नेम. शिवानी गेम्स एक्स. हाय शिवानी. बाय द वे वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम? कहाँ कहाँ से हो? एंड then actually value is no value, no objects. It's basically assigned to the variable by the developers. What is the difference between keys and the session storage and local storage too? Cookies are small pieces of data stored in the web browsers. They are mainly used for the keeping information, but when the HTTP request, such as the user authentication session, management and tracking user behaviors. And on the other hand, session storage is designed for the temporary storage and the accessibility only in the same session. Is that while the browser window or tab is open, data stored in the storage is lost when browser window is closed. One, the local storage is the similar to session storage, but persists even when the browser window or tab is closed. The report is provided long term and storage of the web application. They are very similar to release, and however the size rotations on the local storage are quite big compared to cookies, making it a much better alternative when storage large data set. ठीक है, how does the browser send web pages? And process of the rendering web page in the browser involves several steps. Okay? इसमें क्या था? Parsing the HTML, parsing the styling, apply styling, ठीक है? Calculating the position of each element, the layout of page, painting the actual pixels, the screens, while at the same time sorting them into the layers and composing all layer together render the website on screen. This step is taken into the account ZX, Z-index, value, opacity, value, and more. Running JavaScript code, loading the synchronous source. What is the media query? Media query are the features in styling that allow for the front-end developers to apply different style of document based on various characteristics of the device. Viewports, for example, you can set different style based on the device, width, height, orientation, or type. Okay? And through media queries, we can achieve responsive design, allow styling to the adapt to different screen size and the device adaptability. Internet लेवल क्या होता है बेसिकली, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एम्स एंड रैम। कंटेंट में क्या करते हैं, जब हम एम को डिफाइन करते हैं तो हम लोग एचटीएमएल एंड कर्ली ब्रैकेट फ्रंट एंड राइट टाइम प्लस थ्री के प्लस इसमें रैम करते हैं, इसमें एम करते हैं। ठीक है, मुझे करना है, मुझे करना है रियल। Just how does the event loop work in JavaScript? Mostly देखो event loop में क्या होता है, the event how does the event loop work in JavaScript? So the event loop is the core concept in JavaScript, and it's allowed for the execution of executions of asynchronous code. Suppose suppose web API, call stack, task queue, and event loop. तो actually क्या होता है, the way it's work is a follow. JavaScript is execute your code in several ways. We call the stack. Here, functions all are add and execute one by one function and to remove from the stack. And asynchronous calls from the asynchronous operations Java used web API provided by the powered browsers. The operations are offloaded from the call stacks and handled um, certain task क्या होता है, once a synchronous call is done, the callback is placed in the task query. What is the difference between way handles and asynchronous operations in JavaScript? So there are four main ways in which JavaScript allows the developers to handle asynchronous call. In the end, the result is always same, but the final structures of the code and the way to seasons, but about the consistency and different. Callback क्या होता है? They allow you to set up functions to allow to be called directly when the asynchronous operations is done. Okay, just मैं थोड़ा तो इसको इधर रखूँ because I feel it कि इधर थोड़ा सही लगेगा ना. Just so promises क्या होती है? Promises represent करती है eventual completions of the of and the asynchronous operation, and they provide similar and more intuitive syntax and specify callbacks to be the called success and failure of the operations. Okay, and asynchronous wait, the final evaluation of the promises syntax is mainly is synthetic sugars, but it's the make synchronous code look asynchronous, and which is task make in the lot of easier to read and seasons about. And we move from chat GPT, and मैं यहाँ पर जाऊँ जस्ट अपना क्या हो पेजेंट और इंटरप्रिटेशन ओके इंटरप्रिटेशन यहाँ मैं जाऊँ जस्ट पेस्ट करूँ अपनी इमेज टू हार्ट प्लीज ओके इसमें आ गया है ओके 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 oh just wait it जो मैंने आपको कंट्रीब्यूशन की PDF सेंड की थी hi guys, hi chat GPT. hi chat GPT.
हाँ बिल्कुल, मैं यही हूँ। तुमने अभी तक जो भी तैयार किया है वो बढ़िया था। तो चलो अब हम उसी क्रम से सवाल पूछते हैं। तुमने पहला जवाब दिया था।
Just wait. You can ask in like English language.
Got it. No problem at all. I'll stick to English. So let's continue with the next question in the sequence. The second question is, why should we hire you? Go ahead and give me your answer whenever you're ready.
Okay, like start with basic and sequentially follow.
Absolutely. Let's keep it really structured. So I'll keep reminding you of the sequence and you can just focus on answering step by step.
Okay.
After each answer, we'll move on to the next question in order.
Okay.
So the next one was, why should we hire you? Take your time. Once you're ready, just give me your answer in your own words and I'll let you know how it sounds and if we need any tweaks.
Actually, you can start with first question.
Of course.
Tell me about yourself.
Sure. Take a deep breath and just give me a clear, structured answer. You can start like this. Hello, my name is Naveen.
Okay, you are an interviewer, not me. So only question just you can put and I'll give the answer.
Got it. Thanks for clarifying. I'll just ask the questions and you give me your responses.
Okay.
Let's go back to the first one. Tell me about yourself. What would you say?
So hello sir, and first of all thank you to give the chance, and my name is Naveen and I'm from Kanpur. I'm currently doing BTech from Apollo Group of Technology, and I'm a full stack developer with the skill including front end and back end and with database, and I have a complete project like an AI product generators, and where I used to Next.js, React.js, and MongoDB and Express.js, and I also work on chat application using web sockets and front end, back end, both are included, and that's my brief introduction.
That was a solid start. You just need to slow down a bit and keep your sentences a little more structured. For example, you can break it into smaller parts. Talk about your education first, then your skills, then your projects.
Okay.
But overall, you did well. Ready for the next question? The next one is, why should we hire you?
Okay, so you should hire me because I have a good skill, why should you hire him? Because I have a good skill. Because and sorry, just can you again ask this question?
Of course, no worries at all. The question is, why should we hire you? So think about your strengths, your skills, and what you can bring to the company, and then give me a clear, confident answer whenever you're ready.
Okay, so you should hire me because I have both front end and back end knowledge, and I have built real world projects, and also I have intensive experience when I work in a team and follow a live process. I am a quick learner and ready to adapt to new technology and contribute in the company.
That was really good. You had all the key points: your full stack skills, real world projects, and your teamwork and learning ability. Just keep it calm and steady. If you slow down a bit, it'll sound even more confident. Now let's move to the next question. Why do you want this job? Go ahead.
So actually, I want this job to apply my skills in real world projects and gain industry experience. Your company works on modern technology, and I believe I believe if will help me uh, and grow as a full stack developer.
That was really nice. You kept it clear and focused. I just suggest a small tweak. Maybe say, I believe this opportunity will help me grow so it flows a bit more smoothly. But
Okay.
overall, that was great. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
It's how do you work in a team?
Just wait, guys.
No problem at all. Take your time, and whenever you're ready, just let me know. I'll keep the next question lined up, so we'll stay in the sequence, but no rush at all.
Okay. Can you ask next question?
Of course. The next question in the sequence is, what is your greatest weakness? So whenever you're ready, go ahead and give me your answer, and I'll help you refine it if needed.
So you can talking about my great weakness. Okay. So like sometimes I spend extra time improving UI design, and but now I am manage my time better by setting the priorities. And I think my biggest weakness is that I watching a lot of social media like Instagram and YouTube. So it's my social media because I cannot grow all my skills better than it's like my weakness. Sorry.
That's a good start, and I like that you're being honest, but let's keep it professional and balanced. You can say something like, one of my weaknesses is that I sometimes spend too much time perfecting UI details, which can delay progress. However, I've been improving by setting clear priorities and time limits.
Okay.
That keeps it honest, but also shows you're actively working on it.
Yes.
Ready for the next question?
Yeah, I'm ready to next question.
Great. The next question is, how do you prioritize your work? So go ahead and walk me through how you decide what tasks to focus on first.
Just wait. Just I am watching. Sorry, can you?
No problem.
Can you ask next question?
Of course. The next question in the sequence is, what's your biggest achievement? So take your time and tell me about a specific achievement you're really proud of, whether it's a project, a ranking, or something else.
So actually, you talking about my biggest achievement, yeah?
Exactly. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and explain what you consider your biggest achievement, and if you can, highlight what impact it had or what you learned from it.
So my biggest achievement is that just I adapt new technology in a few months, and I secured a good rank in class in top 5 class, and that's my achievement. I feel it.
That's a good start. To make it even stronger, you can give a specific example. For instance, you could say, my biggest achievement was quickly adapting to new technologies like Next.js, which allowed me to build a full stack project. I also ranked in the top 5% of my class, showing my dedication and ability to learn quickly. That way, it's more concrete and specific.
Okay, just last. This is my last question.